Hey y'all.
Hey, it is myself. I am the light of the Leo, and I'm here to talk to you. It is Monday, 25th. Welcome to a Monday reflection.
I was talking. Aaron asked me, or no, Dustin asked me if you were going live tonight, and I could not think of what you called this. Like I couldn't. So maybe I have to write it down somewhere. Monday reflections. I really have to get that
Absolutely.
down.
Absolutely. Jonathan, we're not going to talk about this a whole lot, but child, I feel like Satan is losing out here in these streets.
I mean, when is he not losing?
Okay.
He's a
Say that.
loser, a
He's
loser,
what is he?
a loser.
Who child? He is a loser.
I would call him a bum, like Judge Judy does, but he'd be working overtime.
He's a
So no,
bum.
he's really not a bum. But
Not that much of a bum,
no.
but hey. Aaron is here. Hello, Aaron.
Hey,
God bless you.
Aaron.
Hello, hello, hello. She said to subscribe to literally everybody. JoJo Speaks goes live at 9:30 on Thursdays. Mr. T.D. McCullum. Okay. What a day for me, honey. Faithful Warrior Ministries. We pray Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for live. And Dustin, hey Dustin.
Hey, Dustin.
I hope all is well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on in here. We appreciate you and your presence. And Erin made sure to say hey to Dustin. And she said, lovely to see you both. It is lovely to see you as well, my friend.
Absolutely. It was awesome seeing you during the 90 Day Fiance review as well, Aaron, as usual, per usual.
Per usual. Ciao. Have you heard all of the commotion and the scuttlebutt?
Well, there's a lot of commotion and scuttlebutt on a couple different things. I don't know if you're talking about Diddy's house being raided. I don't know if you're talking about Candace and Robin no longer being on Housewives of Potomac. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a lot to talk about, child.
Child, I don't care about the. Hey, I'm not. I'm not invested.
Okay.
That's a better way to put it. I'm not invested in that. Certainly, looking at what's going on with the Diddies. My God, it's it means that something's going on.
It
Something's afoot,
does. It
and
does. On a post on the Shade Room, it said that Christian and Justin were in handcuffs,
they were in
allegedly.
handcuffs. Not allegedly. It was There's video of it.
Okay, yeah. So I don't it's
Well, they're in handcuffs because like when they go in, they have to come out, and they gotta be in handcuffs for it. So
they have to be detained.
yeah, detained. So
Right.
who's to say they actually got arrested? But they
I
were
don't think they
certainly
did.
detained in handcuffs. Um, According to one of those lawsuits, one of them should.
Mm,
Mm,
yeah,
keep that there.
that second lawsuit from that young man, he really opened Pandora's box. Like
Hmm.
I thought Cassie opened Pandora's box. No, that man laid it out. Like out.
I'll
And
say Cassie opened the box,
mhm,
but he turned it over and shook it.
agreed. Yeah, yeah, agreed. Because he gave us details, he gave us names.
And it
Well, he didn't
happened
give us
recently.
names,
It
but he
happened
did.
recently.
Right, it did happen recently. He didn't give us names, but he alluded to people we would not be able to mistake for anyone else.
Child, yeah.
So, it is what it is. But
He told
I
everything that I feel like a lot of other people wish they had the cojones to tell.
right, yeah. But I mean, when you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, as far as your money is concerned,
Come
you
on.
gonna feel some type of way. And I'm really surprised that Diddy would feel so free to do all these things around this man
And not just
and not
pay the
even pay him.
man.
If he had paid
But
the
I'm
man,
I'm
his
not
secrets would still be secrets.
I'm not surprised because let's be real. How often does his secrets get put on Front Street? He simply had the wrong one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's had the right one, baby, for a while.
But the only thing about his allegations is I still find it hard to believe that Meek Mill was getting with Diddy. Like I still like I can't imagine that. I don't know
Well,
why,
you know,
but
when
I
you
mean,
don't get this, and not to say that it's true, but when you don't get to see all sides of people, you you
right?
you
Yeah,
you never know. You never know. All
exactly.
you know is the
Because
rapper hip hop man.
right, exactly. We don't. I don't know that man from a can of paint. So
I promise you, I don't.
it very well could be absolutely true in every way, shape, and form for all we know. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. More power to him, child.
God bless him. I got a new chair.
Awesome. Awesome. I see it in the background. Oh, it looks professional.
It is. And I got another one of these over there in the other where I work.
Oh, okay.
Got,
Okay.
we got two of them. Um, wait, hold on. Let's see. Aaron says, the 90-day recap is always fun. Y'all have a
Always.
good time. Oh, Miss Kimberly's here. Hey.
Hi, Miss Kimberly.
And okay, we said hi. And she says, when the feds raid, there is definitely something to be found. They have been working on this, and today was the day.
It's more than something in the milk not being clean. It's so
Okay.
much more than that. Like
It's more like we got the evidence to go see that the
exactly.
okay, we got to verify a few things that we already have.
And I think the FBI has discovered that it's not actually milk.
Mm. You're cute, Jonathan.
Thank you. Thank you. Regina said the same thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to be more presentable on camera with
Yeah, I
my
believe it's
fashions and stuff like that. So yeah, put more thought into it.
me too. I know I need to, but you look really good in a collared shirt. I've been trying to tell you this.
Thank you. And that's the exact reason why I put it on today. That's the exact reason why, because your voice in my head saying, you look good in that collared shirt. Okay, I guess I look good in the collared shirt today.
And believe it or not, I actually a work friend, actually Tyrone's work wife. We're very close. She calls me wifey, and I call her wifey.
Wow.
um, I got some information as far as like clothing. I be liking the things that she wears. She had no problem letting me know like what she be wearing and stuff. She's so sweet.
That is awesome. That is awesome. She's gonna give you
Yeah.
the hookup, girl. You're gonna be styling
Okay.
and profiling. Jennifer, let me just tell you this. I was watching the video of Kevin from the Scorpion Show's birthday party in ATL.
Yeah.
And it shows us in the club. And there's this moment when you're dancing with Den. Den is behind you and y'all are dancing together and you wave at the camera. I'm like, that's my sister right there. Like
I don't remember that.
that is my sister. Yes, you and Denver were getting it. Yeah, it was everything.
It's always a good time to have fun. Well, I
It
tell you.
is absolutely with
And
good people.
and I cannot complain on the fun part of life. Not saying that every other part of life, but you know, the times where I was going out and dipping it and doing it, I was able to dip it and do it and have a lot of laughter, fun, people getting me drinks, just living the life.
How long did it take for you to take off your shoes when you got in that club?
Jonathan, what's the point of waiting for my feet to hurt? Are you freaking kidding me?
Okay.
Ciao.
As soon as you stepped into VIP.
As soon as I step in there, are you freaking kidding me? Shoes are off. Okay. I'm not gonna wait for the inevitable. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Wow.
Those were some high shoes too. Like them
They're
things
cute.
was
I love them.
platform. They were, yeah.
I love them things. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Diddy.
Did it? Yeah. Aaron says you deserve a comfy chair. Thank you.
You do.
I appreciate it. You know, that's one thing about growth, not only but mostly spiritual. I say spiritual. With spiritual growth, things start to happen around you
Hmm.
and things move forward and come into a new space. When you start to set new intentions, you start to see new things come about
Hmm.
and be able to step into new spaces and new areas because you're never going to see that new thing until you start doing something new.
That's true.
That's something I try my best to hold on to when I want to just not step into this new space. I have to remind myself things aren't going to elevate until you decide to take that new step.
You have to initiate it.
You have to. Thank you, Aaron. And Miss Kimberly says, I miss Dan. I used to love when he filmed on the Scorpion Show.
Oh my gosh, a fellow Scorpion Show fan in the building. All right, Miss Kimberly. Miss
Yes.
Kimberly, whenever I see your name come up, I say, Miss Kimberly. The reason why she put the Miss in front is because she demands respect.
She's a
Okay.
lady.
But the name is Miss Kimberly. Okay. I love that. I love that.
Need not to be disrespected.
I adore Kevin. Kevin allowed me to see myself when I thought that I did not fit into the LGBTQIA plus community, when I thought there was nobody like me, because I feel myself as not completely feminine, but not completely masculine, but somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And when I saw Kevin and Mikkel, I don't know if I knew that they were gay initially. I really can't remember for sure. But eventually I did pick up on it. And I was like, whoa.
You're just
these
seeing
guys
some
kind of like
regular
me.
old gay people that's out.
Yes.
And you didn't have a whole lot of representation of what that is and what that looks like.
Living in Columbia, South Carolina, you know, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you definitely don't know. Okay.
Okay, it's not necessarily something that was put on Front Street.
No.
So going
in these
into that
parts.
world and being introduced to people in that world is like, eh.
Yes. Yes.
But yes, we love. We've been up to Philly quite a few times, Miss
quite a
Kimberly.
few times. Some of the best times in my life has been spent with Kevin and his crew. Some of the
Absolutely.
best times of my life. Miami, Philly, Atlanta.
It has been with them.
I feel like I owe Kevin so much because I feel like he put so much into my life, and yeah,
He did, and that's yet a blessing. Yet a blessing. Aaron said, "Great perspective." You're welcome. I try to think about that because it's easy to push away the new stuff. You gotta get forward. Keep on moving forward. Miss Kimberly says, people always used to call me Miss Kim or Miss Kimberly. Guess they felt I deserve respect and adoration.
I mean, when respect is due, honey, it's given. Okay,
You just got to tag nabbit. But yeah, good times. You know, he hugged me so hard. Like the last time we were up there for like one of their last barbecues or whatever. No, when they had the live show.
It was like, I think it was his their 10th anniversary, I think.
Yes, and he was like, "Thank you so much for bringing him."
Yes, because I was coming out of a very, very dark space.
Yeah, you were on your way.
I was on my way. I was climbing up the hill. I was at the bottom of the hill, but I was yet climbing. So yeah, that was a good time. It was.
Oh, good times. And all the times down here in Atlanta, every time they came out to Atlanta, like, let's red.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. Oh, child. Good times.
I still remember I took that picture with Courtney and Matt, and in the caption you said there were some sweet, really sweet men, and Jonathan. Yeah, I still remember that. Same weekend. That? Yes, you did on Instagram.
Sorry.
But your speech during that brunch was beautiful.
I did. Did they record it? They didn't record it. Did
they recorded it. It's on tape. It's on video. Yes, if you like me to send it to you, I will send it to you. But yes, it's there. I don't watch it personally because I just it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Your words were amazing. You spoke from your heart. I don't know. I just have a thing about not watching that, but you know, it's there though. It's there.
Oh, the only thing I really remember, I just called them "y'all all my brothers" or something like that.
Yeah.
You're so nice, and
Well,
you're
you were
my
saying
brother.
that you were glad that I was able to find people.
His people, yeah.
Yeah, find my people. Yeah, I think that's pretty much along the lines of what you said. Yeah.
Gotcha. And everybody's so sweet. I never felt uncomfortable
And I
with
think
them.
you were the only woman in that room,
I
if I'm
was the
not
only
mistaken.
woman in most of y'all situations. What are you talking
Yes, yes, you were. That's true.
about?
Unless Tamika was there with her crew.
Unless Tamika, but that really was it. And the only time I've always felt safe, but I think they saw it in my face like, wow, you guys are really real. I'm not gonna say that out loud. You gonna try to we'll talk about that later. Anyway,
Please do, because I'm interested in what you got to say. Don't forget it now.
I won't. Just remind me. I know you will, because you be
Okay.
reminding me of stuff.
I'm nosy like mama.
Yes, you are. But that's some really good times. Speaking of bad times, that's what Diddy's about to come up on. Boy, I tell you, when they find that man, that's okay. Just the fact, I believe they took those. Oh well, I guess you have to take it seriously. These depositions and stuff that's put out, not depositions, but these lawsuits that's put out there, they weren't put out as criminal lawsuits. They just put out like, look,
As civil lawsuits.
give me my money, and here's
Mhm.
all the information as to why I need to give me the money, and here's a sprinkling of extra stuff that nobody asked me about that I'm just gonna give you.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Right.
heard
If he had just paid the man, just
just I
paid
think
the
he
man,
really would have been okay if he would have paid
he
him
would
what
have
he said he
been
was gonna pay him in the first
just
place.
fine. He would have
But
had
he was
no
trying to get
reason
over.
to out that man. But you know what? Like, I'm a struggling artist. You had me to produce on half of your tracks on your album, and I get nothing, or I didn't get what I was supposed to get.
What
We
you
gonna
said you'd give
have
me?
an issue, and I didn't sign not one NDA.
You know, he was slipping. He was slipping that day. Boy, I tell you.
And you know Diddy's been keeping his stuff under wraps, like for real, because we've only heard rumors about what is going on with Diddy, so there's always been like a cloud over him. But ever since he released his information, it's just been whoa. Well, what we've thought of is now confirmed, allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you, Jonathan. You know what? Let me get. Yeah. Now, to get on my Aaron side of town, I do pray for everybody that's been affected by it, though. That
Absolutely.
is the kind. Okay, I was just thinking about this today, Jonathan.
Hmm.
Well, of course, because all of it came out today. I was just thinking about it. I just think about the boys
Hmm.
that in that lawsuit, he said that he used them to recruit women's.
And I
And
mean, they are very very fine looking boys. You know what I'm saying? They can get
yeah,
them in.
but I'm concerned with the fact that that's how they grew up. This is what they know. This is what is okay because this is what my father or father figure has been doing, all this time. And it's like when he finally get caught, what do you do, babe? What do you do? And this is a life
Guilty.
that they have cultivated. How do you live after that?
Right, yeah, guilty by association, or a little bit more than that, to be honest. But because actually,
Because you're involved in it.
being involved in what they're doing, I do feel sorry for them, especially Justin, since he's the
Because this is
only
what they
one
know.
that I've been able to see on TV and things of that nature. He's been on Catfish, he's been on My Sweet 16 and all that good stuff. So he seems like a really, really sweet guy. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't know if that's the only reason why I feel sorry for him because he looks good, but I do feel sorry for him, both him and Christian.
Absolutely.
It's sad, but they're at the same time. I do believe they're both legal and grown, if I'm not mistaken.
True, but whether they're legal or not,
They don't know anything
they
else.
they did illegal stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. And
Allegedly,
they,
possibly, who knows?
yes, allegedly, but that when that's all you know, that's literally all you know. But at the same time, when you get to a certain age, you come to the understanding that when things are good and bad, you kind of get the understanding of the difference between the two. And
Sure,
when you
yeah.
make the decision to continue to do those things, that's when it goes
That's
wrong.
but it's kind of difficult when this is what you know.
Right,
And what you know to be true is that if I do this, I won't be in trouble. As long as I
right,
have my father around, I'm good.
exactly. And I have because the reason I think Diddy settled his case with Cassie out of court is because he didn't want a deposition. Because involved in a deposition, you're under oath. You're speaking under oath. Now he can plead the fifth all he wants to, but when you plead the fifth, it makes it seem as though you have something to hide.
And people
Um,
hear all the questions and people, oof,
right. So, but it really does seem like Diddy's going to fight this case. So I'm actually excited about
so we
this. I'm
can
excited to see how this goes.
and one thing I do hope to come to fruition. 50 need to go ahead and produce this Surviving Diddy.
I'm praying that he does. I
He's
would
got to do it.
be so much more into that than I was into surviving R. Kelly.
And this is why I would trust a 50 way before I trust a Puffy. Yeah, he be who he be on the Instagrams and all that stuff. He's real petty. But one thing it really feels like he's never been was a liar.
Absolutely. And Diddy comes across to me as one of those wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 50 Cent is so upfront with you. He's so, and I mean, that's a cancer for you. You know what I'm saying? They are just straightforward with you. You know what I'm saying? They say what they say, they mean what they say, and that's
Oh
that.
yeah.
So, it is what it is. I respect 50. Like my respect for 50 is up here, especially when it comes to those star shows. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
the smartest thing that man has
He's
ever
a
done.
businessman.
He is
And
a
it's
businessman.
like
He's about making his money.
Once again, he may be petty I've never really seen him truly wrong about something.
No.
You may feel sorry for the other person that he's, going up against, but he's not necessarily wrong for wanting what he wants from them.
Now, Kanye did beat him in their battle for who would have the highest sales in their album. I think their album
True.
was released on the first week. I think Kanye did better than him, but other than that, he's been right about everything else.
Everything.
But I think that was just a ploy to get people to buy their albums together.
Yeah, I mean, hey, come on now. Who wouldn't
That was
want
a
that
joint
extra?
venture.
So, Miss Kimberly says, how did he allow himself to become such a monster? I feel especially sorry for his daughters. You know what?
Absolutely.
Miss Kimberly, sometimes people get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
People get comfortable with what's around them. I personally believe that he did not necessarily start out his life, maybe career, but I don't believe he started out his life like this.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he learned from the people that he had to do those things for. That's what I believe.
Mm.
And when you are okay with it, it continues to go on into the rest of your pathology. So now everybody around you has to bow down to that. And especially as you gain more and more power, you start to, and that's a hell of a drug itself, power and greed,
Mm-hmm.
being able to get whatever you want sexually, getting whatever you want money-wise, the houses, the boats, all of that, and the power.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to tell somebody, yeah, I'll make your career skyrocket. Just come and sign with me.
Mm-hmm.
Take it for all they got and keep it pushing. Like, when that happens, sometimes people are doing what was done to them to get
And he
ahead.
literally just gave the masters to all of his bad boy artists, like within the last 3 years.
Trying to look nice.
Just did that. It's like we've been hearing about you screwing these people over for years, and
Look at
you're
us.
just now doing it. Like, what was the reason? Like, Diddy does things that I don't understand. Even when I was watching Making the Band, I never liked Diddy's personality
Mm-mm.
ever, because he just came across to me as this power hungry, egotistical.
Uh-huh.
Um, I just want to say the word bastard.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I believe and I
that's how he
believed it.
comes across to me.
Like,
Now he wasn't as bad as that house mother that they had. Divas. He wasn't as bad as him. Okay, that man was just here for TVs, view and a click.
okay.
But yeah, Diddy, the way he walked into the room and like that conversation he had with Danny Kane after they performed at TRL, and that big fight that he had with Aubrey, like Aubrey wasn't taking his stuff. Like Aubrey stood up to that man for the most part, as much as she could in her position, being in her
In her
position.
position, yeah.
Um,
And I
and
can
I
I
enjoyed
can
that.
respect that because you have to know your worth in spaces like that.
You do, and
And
it really surprised me that Aubrey, out of all of those girls, I would have expected it out of Dawn
Dawn,
or Juanita, aka D Woods, but it
but
was Aubrey that spoke up for the
I
girls.
think D Wood stepped away for her piece. Now I see it.
Absolutely,
And I
absolutely.
think Dawn was just trying to get her money. I
Quick, quick,
believe that oh, go ahead.
quick question. Do you think it was shade that the girls didn't invite D Woods back for the reunion when they did that a couple years ago? Because Juanita said that she was unaware. She didn't know they were doing it.
Oh, of course that's
Allegedly.
shade.
But
Of
I
course
have to
that's shade.
say, have to admit this. I'm just putting this out there. Um, I never really cared for D Woods. Like, I really did not understand why she had so many solos, especially on that first album. I really did not understand why she was put in the forefront of that group. Not necessarily in the forefront, but she had more parts than Shannon, and I enjoy hearing Shannon's voice more than I enjoy hearing D Wood's voice. But that's just because D Wood's voice to me was just so R&B generic, and it's
Mm,
like I want to hear something special. I'd rather hear Aubrey. I'd rather hear Dawn. Dawn was the best singer on that group. Or no, Aubrey was the best singer on that group. But anyways, I wanted to hear some of the other girls, but to hear all this D Woods, like, child. But she could dance though. That's one thing she could do. But,
oh, I think they just didn't like her, or maybe they just all weren't on the same wavelength, and they
I
just
think
knew it
that
was
they were,
pointless to leave her out.
you
I mean, it's
or
pointless to have her in. I mean,
exactly. That's I'm sure that's exactly what it was. They know who liked who in the group, who got along with who in the group, and although D Woods really didn't speak much during making the band, even though she didn't really make a splash on the screen as far as a reality TV show is concerned, but
mhm.
they know what was happening behind the scenes. So there you go.
And they got the hitters on there. Um, Not saying she wasn't needed, but hey. Oh, and I'm
Well,
done. Miss Kimberly said I actually believed he was finding his way to the Lord after Kim Porter passed. He started going to church and being introspective. No, that's what he wanted you to see, sis. Because I am
you
Aaron
don't
gave
have to
some
say it.
hearts. I'm not gonna say it all the way.
Okay.
I believe what Kamora Lee Simmons said. How about that? Kamora, Kim, Miss Kim, if you're nasty. Miss Kimberly, I need you to do your Googles and look at what Kamora Lee Simmons said after Kim Porter went to Glory. Because they were really, really close friends.
Hmm.
And it is recorded what Kamora said right after she found out she'd gone to Glory. Do with that what you will. Cause sis, I believe it.
Mm.
I believe it. And Kim Porter been speaking from the beyond ever since. I feel I can say this. I feel that Kim was the one. He got the wrong one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I
And
agree with
she
that
said,
100%.
okay.
You won't do me. You won't do me because when you do me, I'm gonna do you.
And he is getting done right now.
Yeah.
And like think about it, the information that Cassie had, and one of the pieces of information that she had was Kim Porter's burner phone.
Mm.
Hmm. I feel like Kim understood what's about to happen to her, and she was preparing the way. So, yeah, child.
And that's so terrible when you attach yourself to someone and you feel like there's no way out. That is so terrifying to me. Like for me, like just
Child.
thinking of Kim, like I don't want to think too much about that, but
It made
when
me
you attach
sad.
yourself to someone who's so detrimental to your livelihood and your existence,
Child.
it's something else, child.
So, over here I'm team Kim Porter.
Okay.
Um, but you'll understand what I'm talking about when you see that for yourself, Miss Kimberly. But child, yeah, it is going down. And one thing in this year, and like right now, we're in the pre-shadow of a retrograde. So truths and facts are coming out. If you ain't living in the truth, you gonna have problems within your life. Face the truth head on. Anywho, that's the moral of the story today. Did you have anything else you
No, I'm good. I'm actually surprised that we made it to 36 minutes and we about to end the
Okay.
show.
Let me tell you something. That's seriously like all that was on my mind today. When I first saw the LA, then my husband had to say, this news just in, and he's tried to show me. I'm like, I already know. He was like, no, they went to Miami too, and the boys are in cuffs. I'm like, no.
It's a mess. It is a mess.
But I feel with egregious disrespect and wrong that you do to people. Yeah, it may take a minute. It may take a minute. But the piper is going to receive and collect their funds. And it's time to collect. I don't think he gonna like how collection looks. He about to be, and people have been putting him up there with R. Kelly and everything. People are saying no Diddy instead of no homo, or pause.
Wow.
Yes, as the kids would say, Diddy's cooked right now. Cooked.
That sounds like an up north thing.
Well, they say it's the kids. It's more of a kids thing.
Oh,
They say
okay.
pause. When things sound a little zesty.
I remember when niggas started using pause. Like that's just the like are you that insecure about your sexuality that you have to prove that you're not gay? Like, nigga, if you're not gay, then just don't sleep with a man, nigga.
That's and that sounds like the solution to the problem. Niggas. but yeah, they're using no Diddy right now.
No diggity, no doubt.
Hey, my voice don't go that low. Man, it's been real, guys. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble about Diddy for a while, and some really great memories with the Scorpion Show. Golly, we had some really good times. And if you look through some of them party videos, you might see either me or Jonathan up in there. If you do that, Miss Kimberly, you might see.
You definitely will. Definitely will. Back
I
in
promise I don't pay attention enough.
Yeah, between 2009 and about 2015 or 16, you'll see us in the mix for sure.
Busting it wide open.
Not necessarily. Well, there is video of us dancing at the cookout.
Okay.
Yes, but nothing serious.
And I don't think I ever really looked inebriated, so I was good.
I don't think people can tell. No, because I've never seen you like drunk. I've seen you tipsy, a little bit lifted, but I've never seen you like drunk. So
Let me tell you one time when I was pretty much there. Can I tell you?
tell me.
And you were there.
Okay.
When you remember when that thing came on, watch out for the big girls, and I came
Yes.
and I walked through with it. I was drunk.
Okay. Okay.
I hardly even I halfway remember that moment.
Wow. Because
I know
I
I was
remember that
dancing. I
forever.
just don't have a visual of how.
I just remember you getting up from the table and
I got up from
running.
a table to do this.
Yeah. 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 That
I
was that was your
busted through
time.
everybody. It was time for me to dance,
Okay,
honey.
gangway. Okay, big girl coming through. Okay, watch out. Watch out.
Watch out!
Okay, watch out. Watch
You
out.
better watch out, honey.
Watch out.
Because I was coming through.
I miss hearing that on Sundays. Watch out.
Watch out!
Watch out. Okay, that was the only bit of church that was up in that church.
Shut up!
That was so shady. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh Lord. I concur. Anyway.
Oh.
Aaron said, "Great show. Thank you so much, Aaron. You're so great and
Thank you,
wonderful as per
Aaron.
usual." And we got Miss Kimberly laughing. Oh gosh. Thank you guys once again. We're gonna leave y'all. Thank y'all for, as per usual, making my Monday on a high note. I promise y'all, I was dreading getting to this point, but it got here so fast because of meetings, and now I'm with you. And it's made the rest of my day a good one. So, God bless y'all. Would you want to say the stuff or just go?
I'll go ahead and say this stuff. I do have my own YouTube channel. It's JoJo Speaks on YouTube. Look me up. I post videos every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary. Join us. We talk about the biggest happenings and goings on. I'm sure, hopefully, there'll be more information about Diddy, so we'll get into that this Thursday. Also, my Instagram is JoJo_Speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. You can also catch me on the Juice Radio and Talk Show Mondays and Thursdays.
Absolutely. Go ahead and subscribe here to the Light of the Leo. I'm doing so much stuff in the background. I can't talk about it, but I want y'all to stay tuned and subscribe for more and more and more to come from the Light of the Leo, in conjunction with Faithful Warrior Ministries. I love you guys. Y'all have a great, great night. And bye now.
Bye, y'all.